Again? We are doing this with Draymond Green? Again? We literally just talked about this morning over on the main channel. If you're an athlete, if you're a public figure, or if you've got something to lose, it's best to not get involved in the discourse on social media. If you lack emotional control, and I think we can all agree, Draymond Green has less emotional control than a testosterone-filled Chad Thundercock who is unsuccessfully trying to transition to a woman. One of the many problems with social media, once you put something out there, there is no turning back. Once it's posted, it's posted. And if you lack emotional control, if you lack the ability to control your temper, and at 36 years old, Draymond Green is years past the maturity level of having control over your own emotions. As a 36-year-old man, Draymond Green should have full control of himself. But for some reason, he continues to prove that he is the emotional president of Club Doofus. Check it out for yourself. Some random Twitter account that I have never heard of, I guess her name is Hannah, this is what she posted about Draymond Green. Now, 99.9% of professional athletes, they are going to ignore this. Hell, most athletes are not paying attention to social media, and this is one of the main reasons why. Outside of Kevin Durant, Draymond Green is the only NBA player who would respond to something like this. And he responds by threatening to crush who I would assume are this woman's children. You know, NBA teams are often very lenient when it comes to punishing players, especially star players, and especially when you are an established player who was part of a dynasty. But with Draymond Green wanting a future in sports media, irrational behavior like this, it is no bueno. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the main channels in the description below. Also, happy Memorial Day to all of our brave men and women in the military, and especially the families who have lost loved ones who were defending our country. Uncle Casey is working today, hoping that you don't have to. But I know there are brave men and women fighting right now in the Middle East to defend our country. We are praying for you guys, and we hope that you get to come home very soon. It is no secret, Draymond Green is a public relations nightmare and liability for the NBA. Throughout his NBA career, he has been allowed to get away with it, which is the reason he continues to act like a prepubescent boy. Historically, the networks, they're a bit more hesitant to associate themselves with this kind of behavior. If I remember correctly, I think ESPN fired Paul Pierce because he was drunk online at a strip club. Curt Schilling, he was fired by ESPN for posting on social media. I think he posted that men should not be allowed in the women's restroom, and ESPN fired him over that. Draymond Green is threatening to crush children. Now, do I think he's serious? Absolutely not. But his intent doesn't matter. The optics are the only thing that matters. Uncle KC Draymond Green doesn't care. He has his own platform. Yeah, I'm sure he has sponsors for that platform. You know who is extremely cautious when it comes to their image? Companies who are paying you to represent their company. I said this years ago about Draymond Green, and look. I am not insinuating anything here. Obviously, I don't know Draymond Green personally. I'm sure he is a great husband, great father. To his credit, to my knowledge, he's never been involved in a cheating scandal, so I am not insinuating that he is a maniac at home. However, with his long history of being out of control in public, his long history of having absolutely no emotional control when everyone is watching, it does make me wonder if his behavior is even worse when no one is watching. In most cases, people are on their best behavior in public. What we show the public is usually the best version of ourselves. If Draymond Green lacks emotional control in public, it's just hard for me to believe that he is able to control his emotions in private. Now, do I think TNT or ESPN or whoever the hell owns Inside the NBA now, do I think Draymond Green is going to be fired over this? No. But I do think the networks have a lot less tolerance for this type of behavior than the luxury Draymond Green was given by Steve Kerr and Adam Silver in the NBA. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later on the main channel.